Okay, well, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, but Ubisoft and XDefiant has kind of made an impact this week, and it's actually looking pretty good for the game. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if I said to you XDefiant and you said to me, I don't know what the hell that is. I've never heard of this, because that was the same exact reaction I got from 3 of my closest friends when I told them, hey, XDefiant is finally coming out. And they said, what the hell is XDefiant? So for those of you who don't know, XDefiant is Ubisoft's latest game, their latest arena shooter that is being developed by former Call of Duty developers, and one of them being Mark Rubin, who's very synonymous with Call of Duty. And this game has gone through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of talk, a lot of dead time, and at one point a lot of people thought, hey, this game's gonna get shit canned, it's never gonna come out, we're never gonna see it. It was good while it lasted, which would have been a major disappointment if this game had never seen the light of day, because this is kind of the last hurrah for classic Call of Duty, because that's what this game plays like. It kind of plays like Black Ops 2 mixed with Modern Warfare 2 from that standpoint. And one of the big appeals of this is, one, that they want to add a lot of the key notes and features that people loved about classic Call of Duty, including a prestige system, something we don't even have anymore in modern Call of Duty. And what we have is lazy and does absolutely nothing of value or appeal. It's just, hey, higher number, higher number, higher number. And then on top of that, you have the idea of no skill-based matchmaking. This game, and this has been told to me by people who have gotten the chance to play the actual play tests, has no skill-based matchmaking. Something that people hate in modern gaming, that ruins the experience for a lot of people, especially people that just play these games casually for fun. So imagine my surprise when we think that this game might be DOA, and then we get a actual roadmap. You know, something that a lot of games should do before they launch, to have an actual plan of what they're going to do for their game. So I actually have the roadmap pulled up right here, and this is pretty well detailed leading up to the launch of the game later next week. But what we've got is, on May 16th, launch trailer and preload starts. That was today, and there was a lot more than just that got dropped today, and we're going to go over that shortly. May 17th, XDefiant preseason episode. I'm guessing that's a kind of lore or explanation as to why you've got Splinter Cells and Rainbow Six and Watch Dogs and all these different factions from all these different Ubisoft games fighting one another in one way or another, which is another thing that I kind of left out. This takes universes like Far Cry, Splinter Cell, Watch Dogs, Tom Clancy, all that stuff, throws it into an FPS game and adds a little bit of abilities based on your faction that you select, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. Then on the 20th, we have Battle Pass trailer drops. Okay, whoop-de-doo, ways to spend money. I'm gonna leave that decision up to you, whether the Battle Pass is worth the money to you, or even if you want to invest in this game, because let me just say this looks appealing, it sounds appealing, but if the game is a total dud at launch, I wouldn't invest any money into this, and I know a lot of people probably won't until this thing gets off the ground and has a solid run going for it. So then on the 21st, we have Tips and Tricks, the All-Star Series Finals. I didn't even know that there was a competitive scene for this game yet. And then the pre-season launch all on the same day. Yeah, the game launches on the 21st, next Tuesday. We are gonna get the game. This game has gone from not having a launch date and not having a future to, hey, guess what? We have it planned out and it's coming out next week. Holy shit. Which leads us to today, May 16th, where we got the launch trailer as well as preloading on Xbox, PS5, and PC. And unfortunately for PC players, I guess Ubisoft just hasn't learned, but they're launching the game through Ubisoft Connect. Yes, if you want to play XDefiant on PC, you have to install Ubisoft Connect. Now, there are some people that don't like having other launchers. Me, that's never been the issue. It's basically the usage of the launcher that's the problem. It isn't functional, it isn't fun to use or anything like that, and just put it on Steam. put it on the Epic Games Store, put it on anything else besides that Ubisoft Connect bullshit. But on top of all that, we actually got the recommended PC specs for the game for 1080p, 1440p, and 4K. And I'm just gonna say this now, this game is the most optimized game I've seen in a couple years now. I haven't seen very many games that aren't saying, hey, you need a 4090 and a 13900 KF to play our game at 4K. So you guys don't come to me for the technical mumbo jumbo or for me to explain what GPU or CPU you need, but let me give you guys a little bit of perspective on this game and how optimized I really think it is. For playing at 4K, the highest resolution that the game supports, I don't know if they'll support 8K, but 4K Ultra, when most players are going to be playing at 1080p competitive or 1440p for a nice in-between, all you're going to need for 4K is a 9700K CPU and a 3080 GPU with 16 gigs of RAM and Windows 10 or 11. The 9700K came out back in October of 2018. The 3080 GPU came out in 2020. A 6-year-old CPU and a 4-year-old GPU. You don't need top of the line tech to play this game and get 4K graphics, if you even wanted that. Because I guarantee you the majority of people that are gonna be playing this game are gonna be playing on maybe laptops, maybe older, hardware. My computer downstairs that I gave to my girlfriend can play this game. Easy peasy. Look, we won't know until the game actually comes out on the 21st whether this game is going to be the most biggest esport and casual gaming experience that pushes the FPS genre back to where people want it to be, where skill-based matchmaking is not a factor and there's a lot more enjoyment. Or it could just be another microtransaction-filled flop that basically sets us back a number of years and ruins the whole FPS genre and proves to us why modern gaming sucks. I'm hoping it's going to be the first one.